Pneumata is a psychological horror and survival game that has been favorably compared to the Resident Evil series by various media outlets. Developed by a single creator, this passionate project reflects his love and accumulated experience from years of playing different horror games. The plot of Pneumata puts the player in the role of a detective investigating the mysterious disappearances of Clover Hill's tenants. Screams echo and blood drips down the walls, challenging the player to question what is reality and what is insanity. As the detective unravels the dark secrets, he must recover his fragmented memories or succumb to the horrors lurking in the shadows. The release of Pneumata promises to be a milestone in the horror genre, bringing a sinister blend of psychological horror and survival that challenges players to confront their deepest fears. Let Me Out is a mystery and action horror game. Set in 1960s Indonesia, Let Me Out features an engaging story where players will help Alvin, a 10-year-old indigo child, navigate through a cursed village, prepare potions, exorcise demons, and uncover the dark secrets that haunt his past. The adventure challenges players to discover the hidden mysteries in this captivating horror experience. Playing as Alvin, players will search for his mother and try to escape from Mata Kucing, an ancient Javanese village. With the help of his younger sister's spirit and his pet, a spider, Alvin must find ingredients to prepare potions and exorcise the mysterious creatures they encounter along the way. Silent Hill 2 Remake is set to be released on October 8, 2024 for PlayStation 5 and PC. The game is being developed by Bloober Team and published by Konami. This version is highly anticipated, with fans eager to see how the team will combine classic horror with modern technology to recreate the emotional impact that captivated players in 2001. There is a mix of positive expectations and concerns regarding the remake, especially about Bloober Team's ability to meet the high expectations of longtime fans. It is important to note that while there is excitement surrounding the release, some opinions remain skeptical about the final quality of the game. Dark Hours is a cooperative survival game for 2 to 4 players, developed and published by Piece of Cake Studios. In the game, you are part of a group of thieves who planned a nighttime heist at an auction house hotel. However, a demonic being emerges on the scene and begins relentlessly pursuing them. Now your mission is to survive. Explore the environment, cooperate with your team, and find a way out or hide and wait for dawn. Dark Hours promises to offer a variety of gameplay mechanics, from exploring dangerous environments to solving puzzles. The game will provide customization options so that each player can create a unique character.
And the Cedar still no. Ever!
The casting of Frank is described as the first single-player game set in the same universe as the popular Dead by Daylight, a collaboration between Behavior Interactive and Supermassive Games. The game takes place in the 1980s and puts players in Cedar Hills, a town forever changed by Frank Stone's violent past. The perfect setting for a group of young people to decide to shoot their own horror film in an abandoned steel mill until something goes terribly wrong. Every decision made changes the course of the story and has a direct impact on the fate of each character in the group.
Whoever did this might still be here. We can't stay, okay? We gotta go.
Umbral is a first-person game that combines elements of horror, exploration, and puzzles. In it, you take on the role of Mateus, a young man frustrated with life who decides to commit suicide after facing various personal problems. However, to his surprise, his existence does not end there. After the terrible act against himself, he finds himself in a place called Umbral, where he must deal with an even worse reality. The story of Umbral is based on elements of Cardis' spiritism and Umbanda. The game explores what Mateus' spirit finds on the other side, as he questions why he did not actually die. Matthias faces various horrible situations in a frightening and hostile place, quickly realizing that there are even more cruelties there than in the world he left behind. Save teaser, Before the Dawn is a first-person psychological horror game developed by Infusion Inc. The setting is a 6,000-ton ship called Sonara, which is sinking due to mysterious phenomena. As the protagonist, you need to explore the realistic interior of the ship, collect items and clues to escape. There are no weapons or powers, only your courage and cunning. The game features elements of horror and survival, creating an intense and immersive gaming experience. If you are thinking of playing this game, you can expect an exciting and challenging gaming experience that combines elements of horror and survival in a unique environment. The game captures the desperation and tension of trying to escape from a sinking ship while encountering mysterious phenomena. Demonsomnia is an online cooperative horror game for up to 4 players, developed by Waziva. The plot takes place after a nuclear reaction, where radiation has spread everywhere. Players need to wear gas masks and explore the forest, collecting objects and gathering evidence to hunt the ghost in a mansion. The game features a crafting and resource collection system, where players can find items in the forest and use them to create useful equipment, weapons, and supplies. Stealth and stealth are important mechanics, as players will need to hide and move cautiously to avoid being detected by the terrifying ghost. There are environmental puzzles and puzzles that the team will need to solve to progress in the haunted mansion. The game has a sanity system, where prolonged exposure to terror and radiation can negatively affect the mental health of the characters. VHS. Recovered Tapes is an indie horror game developed by Moonman Games that promises to take players back to the 90s, the golden age of video games and VHS tape movies. The game's premise revolves around the discovery of a collection of old VHS tapes, each containing a unique and terrifying horror tale. The game seeks to recreate the aesthetic of 90s horror films, with graininess, distortions, and visual effects reminiscent of old VHS tapes. Each VHS tape found by the player will tell a different story, with elements of suspense, psychological horror, and gore. Players will need to explore dark environments, solve puzzles, and make decisions that will affect the course of the story. Ghostbane is a cooperative horror game designed for 1 to 4 players. In this game, players work together to detect paranormal activities, gather ghost evidence, perform rituals to hunt ghosts, and conduct detailed investigations within their main base. The unique Ghostbane equipment is used to identify various types of ghosts, adding a strategic element to gameplay. The game involves visiting areas with paranormal activity, where players must manage their mental health, as interactions with the ghost and environmental events can affect their sanity. Players with lower mental health are more likely to be targets of the ghost. By selecting symptoms in the tab menu, players can address mental health concerns during the game. Gym Nights is a psychological horror game developed by Black Monolith Games. The narrative unfolds in an abandoned wrestling gym, where you take on the role of a night watchman. In the last hours of your life, you find yourself back in this place, but in a different reality. Your mission is to survive for 7 nights to uncover the secrets of this forgotten place. The game offers a unique experience, rich in psychological horror atmosphere, with environments that evoke traumatic memories and progressively challenging gameplay mechanics. During the night shift, you monitor the gym through the security camera system, protecting your office from unwanted visitors. After the shift, you can explore this intriguing place more deeply. Well, that was the list. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time.